Welcome to the Give and Go. My name's Tim and thanks for joining us once again today on 32 for 32 as we're looking at the Seattle Seahawks, their 2017 NFL season, their 2018 NFL offseason, and it's already been a productive one. Before we do anything, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram. Just letting you know, we're going to be doubling up on our videos in the next couple of days as we're leading up to free agency. I want to get all the teams in so you all know what to look for in the 2018 NFL offseason. So let's get into it with the Seattle Seahawks. So for the 2017 NFL season, I gave them a C. The letdown finally arrived for the team that built a dynasty with draft picks. Look, they drafted Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor, Russell Wilson. They had Doug Baldwin, an undrafted free agent out of Stanford. They had KJ Wright. They had so many different players that they drafted, and props to John Schneider for drafting all of them. But again, they had to give them big contracts because they were performing so well and they won Super Bowls. Too much talent led to too many big contracts and led to the ultimate demise, which was in their depth. They played inconsistently and lost key games against the Falcons, the Rams, and ultimately the Cardinals, which was the final straw as they were out of the playoffs for the first time. There are three areas that played a key role in that. Their offensive line. They had yet to give Russell Wilson good protection under John Schneider. Just like David Gettleman didn't give one to Cam Newton, so did John Schneider for Russell Wilson. Justin Britt is a good center. Luke Joeckel has played well at the offensive guard position, but Dwayne Brown didn't live up to expectations after they traded for him in October. And Jermaine Ifedi, he has yet to develop into a starting caliber player in this league. Their running game has also contributed to a big factor in this demise. Look, through 13 games in the season, the rookie Chris Carson was the leading rusher, even though he only played in 3 games. That is ridiculous. Wilson cannot be the leading rusher next season, otherwise they definitely will be last in the NFC West. And they had too many people in the backfield. Look, they brought in Eddie Lacy from Green Bay. He flamed out. Mike Davis from San Francisco, okay. Thomas Rawls wasn't like what he was under Marshawn Lynch. J.D. McKissick and C.J. Prosise aren't that kind of back. And Chris Carson, the one promising guy, tore his Achilles or ACL. That's ridiculous. Finally, depth. After losing Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas to injuries, there was little to no depth behind them. Look, they had Bradley McDougald, but he didn't really play that well. And the linebacking core has been since Super Bowl days. They lost Bruce Irvin, and all they have left right now is KJ Wright and Bobby Wagner. Not that many good options. Jeremy Lane, Byron Maxwell, and Griffin are no Robin to Sherman's Batman either. So they don't have an elite or good cornerback next to Richard Sherman, and that's a problem. One big bright spot from the 2017 NFL season was Deion Jordan. He was electric on the field after coming back from Miami, and he had 4 sacks in 5 games, and I can't wait to see him as he will be a game wrecker next year in the NFL. They have 3 priorities in the 2018 NFL offseason. Get younger, blow it up, and give Russell some weapons. John Schneider must have been on my laptop this offseason because he is definitely listening to all these 3 things. Michael Bennett was traded yesterday to the Eagles along with a 7th round pick for Marcus Johnson and a 5th round pick. Great trade for the Philadelphia Eagles, props them, and I'll talk about him next week. But Michael Bennett, although he was definitely one of the top defensive ends in this league, it was time for him to go as they were looking to blow it up. And it shows that they believe in the trio of Frank Clark, Deion Jordan, and Cliff Averill next year. The next steps that they have to take. Richard Sherman will likely be released and traded in the next couple of days, and that frees up about $11 million in cap space. That only adds to about $17 million as they have very little cap space to work with. Earl Thomas will likely stay, but who knows at this point. He might be headed to the Cowboys, which I'll talk about in the next video. And they have to acquire draft picks through trades. In free agency, Jimmy Graham will be gone, so Russell Wilson's #1 tight end will be gone. Richardson is also likely gone, so that leaves Doug Baldwin and Tyler Lockett as their 2 wide receivers. And Luke Joeckel and Sheldon Richardson may stay depending on how much they are offered. If they're not offered a lot of money, they might be gone as well. So do not be surprised the Seattle Seahawks are last in the NFC West in 2018, as the Rams and 49ers try to vie for a Super Bowl, and the Cardinals are on the upswing with Steve Wilks as their new head coach. So stay tuned, as there will be a new video coming out later today as I look at the Dallas Cowboys and their offseason plans for the 2018 NFL offseason. Have a great rest of your day.